were Agent Orange sites found decades after the Vietnam War. Imagine walking through a landscape that looks untouched but hides a dangerous secret beneath the surface. Decades after the Vietnam War ended, scientists and environmentalists discovered that some sites still hold toxic remnants of Agent Orange. This herbicide was used extensively during the war, sprayed over forests and farmland to eliminate cover for enemy forces. Between 1962 and 1971, the U.S. military sprayed millions of gallons of it, covering about 1/6 of South Vietnam. The chemical contained dioxin, a highly toxic compound that can stay in the environment for decades. One of the most well-known contaminated sites is the Bien Hoa Air Base. This was a major hub for storing and loading Agent Orange. Even after the war, tests showed high levels of dioxin in the soil and sediments there. Cleaning up this contamination has been a huge challenge, involving large-scale efforts to treat hundreds of thousands of cubic meters of soil. The cleanup costs have run into hundreds of millions of dollars. Similar contamination was found at other former U.S. military bases like Da Nang, where dioxin levels also remain high. The persistence of dioxin in these areas has caused long-lasting health and environmental problems. Vietnamese civilians living nearby and veterans who handled the herbicide have suffered health issues. Many veterans experienced cancers, heart problems, and birth defects in their children, often appearing years after their service. The discovery of these contaminated sites decades later has made it clear that the effects of Agent Orange are still with us. It has created ongoing societal and political debates about responsibility, cleanup efforts, and support for those affected. Finding these sites so long after the war shows how long-lasting the damage from chemical warfare can be. It also highlights the importance of environmental remediation and health care for those impacted. The ongoing work to identify and clean these sites continues to be a vital part of addressing the legacy of the Vietnam War. This story reminds us that the consequences of war can stretch far beyond the battlefield, affecting land, health, and communities for generations.